We just did Gorilla Booking's 1 year episode and we're going to retire it. But you know what? We're just going to unretire this week because that's what we do in WWE. And we're about to get into a little tribal combat here. So let's go around the horn and we have a new face on Gorilla Booking. That is Server Error 405. That is the Master DJ. And we will welcome our guest, Mr. Mike. How are we doing, Big Mike?
What
Mr.
up, guys?
Mike.
What up? Glad to be here. Glad to be here. What's going on? Let's get it.
Let's get into it. So first and foremost, let's talk about the big elephant in the room, or the big Brock in the room. Brock Lesnar decided to unfucking retire for whatever reason. Me and Server are absolutely in agreement when we talked about this. This is the dumbest shit to bring in, because what did you do? You booked Obafemi into a corner. Mike, what do you think about Obafemi's open challenge and how they've kind of stalled it, and they had to bring back Brock in order to reignite this whatever it is?
First of all, I love Brock. I love the feud between Brock and Oba. Let me just say that. I think it's a great passing of the guard type thing. I'm glad it's not done. I thought it was done a little bit premature at Mania. I think that's what kind of caused all this, by the way. I think Brock went into business for himself and said, I'm done, and then probably had some contractual things, is what I'm guessing. But I never understood the open challenge anyway. Because once again, like, who do you put him against? You can't have him squash jobbers and things forever, right? I would have loved to have seen him come out in the Danhausen mask for that, but that's a different story. I thought that would have been hilarious instead of the minis. But I agree with you. I don't know why they did the open challenge. That was kind of a waste. It failed. Maybe the AI booking said for them to do it. Still not a fan of that. But I'm all in for Brock and Oba. I love the thing. Hopefully, maybe we can get to some kind of really, really good match. The problem is both of them I don't think could get a long match. I think the next one will probably be some kind of squash match too. So we'll see what happens.
Server?
I think it's just like you and I've talked about this. It's just the worst case scenario, really booking wise for WWE. They're already on the fence when it comes to booking. We talked about this literally the last episode, where what are they going to do with this open challenge? What's the big ending? Because he's going to beat whoever comes out. So you're going to put him, like Mike said, with jobbers. Who cares? Who's going to beat? What's the end game? Usually the open challenge is like a big guy shows up and challenges them, but they don't have those guys. So they booked themselves in a corner, brought Brock back, and now potentially Brock could beat him, slowing down his momentum. But then it's the question, should he just lose so that way he could just face people and not be this unbeatable monster? Like, maybe he just gets beat by Brock and then shows a little, because remember they booked Jacob Fatu the same way when he showed up. He didn't sell anything. They couldn't put down Jacob Fatu when he first showed up. But then eventually he's just a regular guy. I mean, people forget Obafemi, he was in NXT. He was losing to people in NXT. Not all the time, but he lost there. And who did he lose to?
Tony and Ricky. That's it. Just
So
those two.
that's what I'm saying. So a regular guy can beat him. So they need to kind of go back to that and make him kind of human. So he's not going against guys like Braun, who's doing his own thing, or a guy like Gunther, who's also they're being booked strong. So they have to all stay away from each other. We talked about this last week. So I just feel like it's just a really bad move. Like, it surprised me. That's the only thing that I really enjoyed was Raw, was the surprise, but it was a bad surprise.
Before I get to you, DJ, I when you talked about it, I kind of had a thought, and there's like, they didn't really think outside the box a little bit, because you could have tapped into like TNA. You could have tapped into TNA because it's an open challenge. An open challenge means anybody, even though it's, scripted drama. They could have brought in Moose. That would have been a really good one. Moose versus Oba would have been a really strong matchup, and it would have shown like they're really thinking in a broader perspective, because they could have had that. They could have brought one of the Creed brothers as one of the Americanos in to do it because they're big guys too. So
But
you
where
could have
does
had
it
that.
end, though? That's the thing. Where does it end? He just beats everyone
Well,
forever. Who beats him? You know what I mean? That's the part that that's where they book themselves in the corner. He
Yeah,
can
I
beat
agree.
whoever.
it
I
it,
agree
it
because
comes
like with
down to the end. It comes down to the end of who has one of the two titles, the USA or the
And then he
Intercontinental, the
wins it.
US or the
the
Intercontinental.
only thing that
And he
I
has to
think would
win
have
it. Yeah.
made sense is a Trick Williams somehow. You do it on SmackDown or you go over there. That's the only
I
thing
think
that
it's more
made sense
Penta,
to
but
me. I think Penta's too small. I don't think they want to do that.
But
I
you have to
mean,
keep him away from Trick too. That's the other thing. Trick,
well,
that's another guy that they're pushing. You can't have Trick get
well, with
pinned.
Penta, I think it's the speed versus strength thing, kind of like the you kind of like tap into that, and I hate it because it was one of the worst matches in my opinion. You tap into the Rey Mysterio Big Show match, where you have a luchador who's quick around a big guy who's slow and powerful, and just kind of instead of actually having Penta beat him, you actually have Oba take the title off of Penta, so Penta can go do other things because I think again they're taking a lot of these, like you just said earlier, a lot of these strong characters and they're just booking them into a corner where you can't just where does Penta go with the Intercontinental title? Like, where does it's just like where does Trick Williams go? Well, Trick Williams had a great storyline with the Gingerbread Man, but at the end of the day, it's gonna end.
But Ethan Page is
So,
going to be probably getting that title for off of Penta though.
which
think
I
so.
mean, I
You
get
think
it
they'll give
because
it to Ethan Page?
Yeah, because they're doing a whole thing where he's
Well,
might be naming the title the Ethan Page Championship or something. So they might just put it on him because he did so well. Like when he was in NXT, like he's like that glimmer of hope on the roster. Like he's got it. It just needs to be again booked correctly. And if they have him beat Penta, I mean that's good. That's good booking right there. But
DJ go,
what's the end? That's my thing.
yeah, DJ, go back to it with the Oba thing. Where do you feel it's gonna go?
I feel I'd say mixed feelings on it because it's like the retirement of like Brock or like the fake retirement, like the moment like if he took off the boots, it was perfect. But like we've seen it before. We saw with Taker where he like had the retirement, but he didn't like his match with on Roman Reigns WrestleMania 33, so he agreed to do more matches. Um, I understand what they're trying to do. Me personally, I do agree that they are booking themselves in a corner. Because realistically, if they do this match, I really don't think they even should do a trilogy. I think Oba should just beat Brock again. Because having Oba just lose to Brock, it really hurts his momentum. The whole Oba Femi Open Challenge thing wasn't really doing well. It wasn't being accepted by fans. And I'll give them credit for doing a pivot, but it's a pivot that could go south and it could take them into the wrong direction with Oba Femi because right now he's so over with the audience. You gotta capitalize on that. And
But if
if
he
they just
beats
have
if
it
he beats Brock again, I mean, what does that do? He already beat him in the biggest stage in such a high
Dominating
level.
yeah,
fashion.
like yeah,
Yeah,
but like if you have Oba lose to Brock, then that really hurts him. It's a lose
it
situation.
really is. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so let's just say he wins, and then who's going to be the person that ends up beating him?
The only thing I think you do if he wins is you put him against Roman or Jacob, which I'm okay with either of for the title because you have nowhere else to go with him. You have to then take him to that level of being the top guy, right? Because you don't put a mid card title on him.
Yeah,
You don't want him anywhere near the tag team division. So the only thing you can do is put him with another top guy. And I think the only people that make sense is either Jacob or uh, Roman. I think that's the only
Yeah.
thing that makes sense.
I'll
But if
give you
that's
one
it's
pivot.
like if they're going to do a trilogy with Brock and Oba ending at SummerSlam, who the hell is winning King of the Ring then?
I'll give you the pivot that gets Brock away from Oba. You go to Clash of Italy. Gunther interferes. Gunther wants Brock to kill his career.
But the only thing is that the favor that Gunther asked for was getting him to SmackDown. He's in the thing with Cody now.
Yeah.
Doesn't I mean, but that match will probably go off. I'm just saying it can happen. The problem is now you got to get Gunther away from the title. You got to get Gunther away from Cody. That's the stupidest shit ever too.
well, I
Because
mean, he wants a title. Like it's like he hasn't been involved in a world title. He's just been doing the career killing stuff. So now he's going after a title that he's never won because he's been going after the Raw title. So him and Cody is like basically a fresh matchup for him for the title.
Yeah.
I
I
am in
just with
favor
Cody, the way
of.
Cody's being booked.
I am in favor down the road of a Gunther and Oba. I'm okay with that. But right
No,
now on
Gunther
Raw,
Brock is what I was going for.
oh, Gunther Brock.
So he could retire Brock.
So he could retire
Yeah,
Brock.
and
Mhm.
it
I mean,
keeps
yeah,
that
that's like.
character going.
I mean, I guess I listen. They did
Go
that with
ahead.
Randy back in the day, in the whole legend killer kind of thing. It's the same kind of thing. Um,
Where do you
I'm
think the
not a
Chat GPT is getting it from?
well. I mean, that's probably true, and that's probably why I don't like it.
I just like I said, I just think with Oba, like it's like DJ said, it's lose lose.
I
If
agree.
he beats Brock, it's like okay, we're back to the square one again. It's because they pivoted and brought Brock back into the fold. I feel like he's gonna win, and that's their way of just getting rid of the open challenge, getting rid of this. He's still gonna be popular. He's not gonna lose like his aura, so to speak. He's still gonna be popular with everybody else, but they need to put him in like a legit feud where it's not just I'm the biggest guy like Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was facing people that were smaller than him and having good matches, and he would take the loss. But you got to find the right guy to do it. You could like I said, he's lost in NXT. There wasn't a big Brock Lesnar guy in NXT. He's lost fucking regular
Well, I mean,
wrestlers.
there's Jasper Troy, but he got crushed by Oba too. So
Yeah, I mean, come on. And that guy's fucking, been in the business for a handshake. But, at the end of the day, they just got to figure it out. Hopefully they don't fuck it up. But they've already have, so whatever.
I mean, you could put him with a returning Drew if you wanted to. I could see
That would be
something like
good.
that too. I'm
There you
okay with
go.
that. But I agree with you. Whatever happens after this, the next feud for Obafemi will either make or break him in the WWE. Because
I think I think that's a really good point because when Drew comes back from filming the movie, which I think that's what he's still doing right now, doing
I
the
think so.
Highlander. Yeah, I think he's still doing that. When he comes back, he'll help Oba. He'll actually have really good promos against him. Um, it- and they also have history. Didn't Oba push him down when he?
he cost him the match against Cody Saturday's main event.
Yeah. So there's
Oh,
there's
okay.
a little bit of revenge in there. So you could kind of make a little story out of that. So yeah, that's a good
That's
idea,
actually what
Wes.
I had in mind. But I feel like Oba's gonna get called to the main roster was him having a feud with Drew McIntyre.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what we get at the end of Italy.
I think that could be it, and the crowd's going to be crazy. Even
I'm
if
also I'm also okay with Randy and Oba at some point. Randy's
he's
probably
hurt
making
real
his
bad right now, though.
well, see, but that's what people say. But then he came back and said, "I'm not really that hurt. I'm just milking my summer."
I don't know.
He's just chilling. He basically said, "Leave me alone," like Michael Jackson. That's what
Yeah,
he said.
he's been around for so long. He gets
He
the right
has
to
though.
do that, but I'm sure he's banged up pretty
He
heavy.
probably is. He did a pretty heavy schedule there with Cody
Yeah,
up to Mania. That was a pretty hefty schedule for
a
him.
lot of these guys take the little breaks. Like look at Punk. Like Punk, he
He's
was at
saying break too. Yeah.
he's chilling. Where are we going next, Joe?
I mean, we have Saturday night main event. We can predict that, but we also have two pay-per-views this weekend because we
Mm-hmm.
also have Double or Nothing. We want to actually get into some AEW talk
Oh,
because
God.
we have Darby Allin versus MJF again for title versus hair match. You know, so I mean, I'm gonna start with that one because Server, you're bald. So like, how
Yeah,
do you feel?
I think fucking it would be a good. I think MJF should lose because he needs to get rid of that shit because that receding hairline is
That
fucking
Bosley's killing him.
bro. See the one thing about being bald, if you have as long as you have a good round head, you're good.
I kind of
But
look
there's
like
some
him.
people with a shaved head do not look right, and I think he probably would have a decent look shaved.
This
Darby,
I mean,
haircut.
they're selling the T-shirt already.
Yeah,
They
and
already
It's all
yeah,
are.
I
merch.
saw that.
This haircut that I have right now makes me look like MJF a little bit. I don't know why.
and
But
I think the
yeah,
MJF
a
him
little
losing
bit.
his hair. Remember, Angle lost his hair, kind of like in a
Yeah,
similar type thing, right? I think it's a good thing. MJF, although he's really talented, very charismatic, there still is that tongue-in-cheek thing with him. There's always kind of that sarcastic, like little joking thing, and I
Yeah,
think this would be perfect for him. I think Darby wins, and I think Darby retains.
yeah. Because world title run's been really good. He's been
I
facing a
like
lot
his
of people,
matches.
defending the title. His
It's like
matches have been
it's almost
good.
like it's like a better open challenge.
It
Yeah,
Like I
really
it
like,
is.
really is.
I don't know. I like his matches. I just don't like the formulaic of it because to me, I feel like it's just like a mid card title run. Like I feel like he's booking like a mid card title.
Well,
He's
the
giving
thing
up
is that this is
people.
if you want to think about it this way, that Darby Allin's always, and I hate to use Jacob Fatu's things, all gas, no brakes.
Yeah, and I
Like
agree. I
that's
just feel like he's given the
and
opportunity to
it's
people
showing.
who
No, this is him learning that this is a flaw. Like how hard he goes is a flaw. So he's going to end up losing, which is a bigger story
But DJ's
of the
not
whole
saying that
scenario.
though. DJ's
I'm not saying like
yeah.
obviously I know he's eventually going to lose the title. It's just my
Saying
biggest worry is that him doing these challenges every single week. While yes, he's having great matches. Don't get me wrong. The
listen,
matches he's had have been very good. It's just like with the people he is giving the opportunities to, a lot of them have done literally nothing to earn a world title shot. And also a lot of and with how it's been going on with just him doing a world title match every single week, it doesn't feel like a world title run. It feels like a mid card title run.
I agree with that because when I was growing up, my favorite wrestler of all time, Arn Anderson, because he had that TV title,
Arn.
remember? And that was
Favorite title.
defended like every week, right? And I agree with DJ that I think it's kind of like it takes a little bit of the luster off, right? I
Mhm.
don't think you want your world champion out there every week. You want him in a segment. I don't think you want him wrestling like that though. And
Yeah.
maybe they're trying something
Oh,
new.
good
If it
point.
works, great. I don't think it like I'm not interested in it. I'm not.
You're proving my point.
It's not trying to derail Darby because again, I love the matches he's had. It's just like when I look at what MJF did with that title, like MJF was an amazing champion. I feel like giving it to Darby, like yeah, he's risking it all, and I get that. I understand.
No, it's not that he's risking it all. He just doesn't know how to be a champion. That's the whole point of the story. MGF knows how to be the champion. MGF knows everything to being a champion. He was a champion. This is Darby's first shot ever. This is Darby
No, we
learning to become a
understand the
champion.
booking.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
understand the booking. We
But you
understand the
you have to
story.
go down this pathway of self-destruction of doing it time and time and time again because it's going to go down the road to when he goes back to becoming a champion and learning how to actually be a champion. He's kind of got the rock status right now. He's the people's champion. He's he's in that sense because the people love him. It's all this other stuff. And then you're going to have the guy who's smarter than him, better than him, and he just so happens that it's going to be MJF telling him, "You don't know how to be a fucking champion because look at you, you dummy. You're burning yourself out. You're hurting yourself way too much. You're fucking getting into these matches every goddamn week. And now, what are you going to do when you face me where I know how to fucking beat you? I've beaten you twice with a fucking headlock takeover. You know, that's the whole point of this. Like, I get why you can say like it doesn't feel that way because it's supposed to feel that way because it's supposed to be for MJF, not Darby.
I just think you have Darby win because I
Understandable.
think MJF looking bald would just be a great storyline that he can like take on for a while too. So, but it
Like,
is
I
He
going to
might
want
be
need to
really
go
MJF.
bald
hard.
because he
Listen,
supposedly has to get plant plugs put in.
I want MJF to win. I want MJF to win back the title, but at the same time, there's just a little bit of me where I want Darby to win so I can play the bald song to JB every single day.
Listen, we're going from bald to the guy who says bald all the time. We have the Stadium Stampede match with Chris Jericho, the Elite, the Hurt, and the Hurt Syndicate versus the Demand, the Don Callis family, and the War Dogs. Now, is the War? That's not the full War Dogs though, because I thought what's his face was hurt.
Gabe
Yeah.
Kidd is in, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
isn't
only
Gabe
two of
Kidd
them.
hurt like out
Yes.
for a while?
Yes, he's hurt.
Yeah. So it's was it Connor?
Clark Connors and Gabe and David Finley. There you go.
Fit Finley's dad or
Yeah,
Fit Finley's son.
David Finley. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I hate these matches. I really do.
I agree. I'm
I'm not
done with them.
interested in them at all. I get what you're trying to do. I understand it. I'm so tired of it. Didn't they drive a golf cart into somebody one time?
Yes.
What the fuck
That was
are
the
we
first
doing?
one, wasn't it?
That was the
Yeah,
first Stadium
what are we-
Stampede match.
I'm so not interested in it. I know they're trying to be different, and it's kind of like, you know, a big bunkhouse stampede or a big like whatever, but it's
I think it's
fun.
their answer for the Danhausen match.
Kind of what that. And I was a little confused when they did Stadium Stampede, but then when I realized that the arena itself is going to be in a stadium, it's like, oh, now it makes a lot
If
more
that's
sense.
your answer, I
But
think that if that's your answer match to like what Danhausen did, then you're failing because the Danhausen thing was brilliant. It was so funny and it was like, and Mascarito, who used to be El Toro or Toro
El
El
Loco,
Torito.
Torito.
El Torito, that's who it was. God, he was so good and carried the match, and it was just so. If that's your answer to it, I think you're failing horribly.
I mean,
When I
it
say
should,
that, it's just about it's not about wrestling. It's about the entertainment. Do you remember the last Stadium Stampede match that had the Hardy Boys in it? And when they were dunking Matt Hardy and the Matt
Yeah.
facts came back up, like that shit made me pop because that was the funny entertainment
You're
value
right.
of
That
these
was
matches.
funny.
yes, and I definitely do agree. It's
And
just
that's
like,
all I'm
yeah,
trying to get at.
like I
It's
definitely do
it's
agree, and
the
I
entertainment
think it
value.
should be.
I'm
I
with
think
you.
it should be fun. I've just had enough of these multi-man matches in AEW, whether it's like 4-on-4, like it's a 10-man tag, or like 7-on-7. I've had enough of them, and this is not making it better, especially with Stadium Stampede. It should be fun, but don't expect me to like really have a chance to crack a smile because I'm probably most gonna be bored.
It's the popcorn value of it all.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just there's so much going on. Like it's just really like for me, I like them. I think they're a fun watch. It's just kind of like when you just know a movie's going to be just kind of shitty, you just watch it just because it's going to entertain you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I mean, I understand that, but it's just like this match itself, especially with the people involved, it's mostly like we got nothing for you, so here you go. You're gonna do this.
But so you rather just put half of your good wrestlers in catering, or would you rather give them a fun match to just fuck
I
around in?
wouldn't,
yeah,
I wouldn't do that, but one thing I wouldn't definitely do is have the fucking Hurt Syndicate be paired up with Chris Jericho of all people. It's like what? Like what did those two do to try and pair up with
well,
Chris Jericho?
MJF was with them for a good minute.
I mean,
Like,
Hurt
yes, that's
Syndicate works for
true.
money.
I mean,
I
yes,
like that.
business. I understand. Yes, business is business. It's just like you put those men together.
Don't
to
be
face
surprised they don't
all
turn in the middle of the match
Patriot.
because Don
Hurt
Callis pays them
people.
off.
They do that so they can
Hurt
face a
people.
bald bum like Ricochet and his group of misfits. So that's basically what we're doing.
The fake tribal council.
I think it's going to be.
Then you have the probably the second best match on the card is going to be the I Quit match between FTR and the returning 5 seconds of fame, 5 second photo opportunity, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage.
Where is this being taken place? Where's the event?
Louis Armstrong Stadium in Queens, New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with the I Quit match. But I think Cage and Edge, it's time for him to hang it up. So I don't know how we're doing
So that's a good point.
I
because
don't
the
know how we're doing
stipulation
it,
of
but
that
it's
match.
time.
That is the
The
stipulation.
stipulation of that match is if they lose, they have to break up.
Yeah.
So
And I
I
feel like-
think that's what you do then. Because listen, here's the thing. I love seeing Christian and Edge together. I didn't realize until this feud how much I liked Christian by himself because he got to do a couple spots where it was like, remember, it was the super kick, but he didn't do the super kick and he did the kick in the nuts. And I was
yeah.
I like
He was too good, man.
I like heel Christian more than I
TNA
like
Christian
him.
was a menace.
Yeah, I like that
Yes.
more than I liked seeing Edge and Christian back together. So I would love to see one final like feud of Christian Edge somehow. And I know Toronto is a future thing, and I've heard that he wants to they want to do it in Toronto. So I would like to see this lead to that somehow.
Yeah.
And
They
then
definitely-
what? Go ahead.
Oh, that was it. I was just saying that. That'd be cool.
And then what I believe will be the match of the night, the Owen Hart Cup quarterfinals, Will Ospreay versus Samoa Joe. Yep. I will always be a Will Ospreay guy.
I'm
and this
really
is-
stoked for this match. I think it has the potential to be a match of the year thing, especially with the Death Riders and them getting involved and him becoming more technical and becoming more physical. I think they want to take Ospreay back to what he was in Japan and that kind of, and I'm all for it. This is why I watch wrestling, is for matches like this. We all know Samoa Joe can go. He can carry He doesn't even have to carry Osprey.
No.
They can like
He still can
these
go
are
at this age.
two.
It's crazy.
This is a Mania caliber match for AEW, and I'm all about it. I think it could be really, really great.
All I want in that match, and I'll call it match of the year, and I will fucking die on that hill, is if Samoa Joe does the walk off, but Will Ospreay catches himself and then rolls up in
Oh,
front of Joe.
that's what I've
I
wanted
would
someone to do.
fucking
No one's ever
lose
done it.
It's,
No one's ever.
no one's ever done it.
Like
No.
seriously, I've been waiting for someone to try. There've been like a few moments where I'm like,
And
when will
Will's
someone
got the
try and do
potential
that?
to do that to Joe,
Yeah.
and I will lose my
Like,
shit.
it's
The
either
crowd would lose
they
it.
catch it
Crowd
or
would
they do a
lose it.
fake out or they do a fake out where like they're faking them jumping and then they just jump. Like,
But
dude.
didn't Osprey in Japan used to do some kind of flip off the rope into the superhero like thing? Remember, and he would like kneel down, and it was like part of his like entrance or something for a while. You guys remember that?
Mm-mm.
He did some.
I mean,
weird flip.
Ricochet used to do the flip, and then he would bounce and then do
Yeah.
I
that
know,
land.
but Osprey
Yeah.
used to do one too because they did it in a match against each other.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that'd be really cool. But I think that match is going to be. I think it's going to steal the show. I think it'll be the best match on the card.
I totally believe it's going to steal the show too.
It's
Yeah.
going to be a really good. I'm looking
It
forward to
definitely
that
is-
more
I definitely
than
feel like you have, with something big like that, you have to have that open the show.
I'm looking forward to that more than Saturday Night's main event.
Speaking of
Saturday
Saturday
Night
Night's main event, I caught that one. Let's
Mhm.
go to the card to predict that one because you have Penta versus Ethan Page. Roll it back. Oh, roll it back. Yeet.
It's
I can't believe
Rampage.
I did that.
That's what that shit is. Basically, Rampage.
Listen, I'm okay with an IC title match on Saturday night's main event. Good to see Saturday night's main event back. I like the format. I'm not sold on Ethan Page. Like right now, I know you guys are. I'm still Cierro Miero all the way. I love what he's doing. I wish we could get Phoenix in there. I would have rather seen a Ray Phoenix and Penta feud for the IC title, which I think would have been amazing.
Well, they're about to be AAA champions, aren't they? Or did they win
They
it
are.
yet?
They've got something going on down there, but I'm just not sold on Ethan Page. I think he's generic NXT, just kind of there, and I'm not a fan. I'm not.
Okay.
Listen, actually, Saturday Night's main event is actually set up to be an actual Saturday Night's main event because all the mid card titles and the tag titles are on the line, which I kind of love actually.
There's no world
It's a very
champion defended.
Yeah,
and
no
I
world
think
championship
it's
matches, which I
good.
love because I love that's the reason why I love Saturday Night main event like that. Because you have the Penta match, you have the world tag match of the Vision versus the Street Profits,
Please
which
give
will
titles to
probably
Profits.
huh?
Please give the titles to the Profits. I've had enough of the Vision. I'm done with them.
I mean, you're gonna have to take them off because we're about to walk into the Joe Hendry Logan Paul feud.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to come off.
Yeah.
So I mean
And-
it's becoming too predictable at that point with that tag match.
And listen, this has to be. Can it please finally be the death of Austin Theory? I think he was mid throughout his career. I know he kind of was like the next supposed guy, but like he's not working. He's not entertaining. He may be a little bit entertaining in the ring, but he's just not. Can we finally just get him out of the vision and just move? We've got other spots. We've got other people that we can bring in. I'm
I mean,
tired.
DJ's got a more mature beard than fucking Austin Theory right now.
does.
So like
He really does. He does.
and I think that's why when you look at Austin Theory, you're just like, can you just fix that shit? And that's what takes you away from him. But
His beard was
then you
thicker.
have Scream Mode versus the Irresistible Forces, which I feel that match is a nice setup for the turn. So I say Scream Mode wins the title or retains the titles, and then the Bellas join and kick Page out.
I don't even know
And then
why
we're-
Lash and Nia are getting a rematch. They already lost.
Because they're the fodder to the storyline. That's
Yeah.
what this is.
I think
So
you're
the
right.
fodder.
Joe.
I mean, every champion gets their rematch. Obviously,
Yeah, but they already got their rematch.
Are both
They lost
Bellas
on
finally
SmackDown.
healthy? Do we know that for sure that both Bellas are healthy?
well, the one Bell is obviously healthy, but
Not
the other
yet.
Bell,
Yeah.
I believe, got cleared finally.
Okay. So
Okay.
then, yeah, I think what
Nikki.
you do is you have to kick it out, and then
I
I
who
think
gives
because
a
I've
fuck?
heard AJ has a couple more appearances that she wants to do. So I think what you do is you bring AJ back for some kind of tag team match against the Bellas eventually.
Didn't AJ sign a 3-year deal though when she came back?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's part time. Yeah, but it's part time.
But it's part time, so
deal.
she only has she's only going to do. She's got a Lesnar schedule basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
The real match of the night, which I believe everybody's going to agree with, that was still the show outside of Ethan Page and Penta, Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruka.
It's for
That
the title.
match-
It is for the
Yes.
title now.
It is for the title now. I believe this is going to be it. I believe that is the match of the night.
I think
Sol Ruka.
I think we need to see something from Sol Ruka here. Like, she can't just limp into this match. She can't make mistakes. I've seen a lot of her stuff, and she doesn't miss a lot, but she misses spots every once in a while. And I don't think you can do that in this feud. This is her make or break feud. I think you're right. It has the potential of it. Becky, we know, can carry a match. I love Becky.
He's also Teflon.
Yeah. I just want to see consistency from Sol Ruka in this match. I want to see a full match, no mistakes, no slip-ups, no nothing like that. I want to see one full good match from her, and then I'll buy into her. But until then,
I mean, her slip-ups are the belt buckle soul snatchers, because listen, when you go up a belt buckle, a turnbuckle belt, turnbuckle. Sorry, when you go up the turnbuckles, blah blah blah. We've seen AJ Styles lose his balance on it. Even the vets
everyone.
I saw that live. I unfortunately speak from experience seeing that live.
And right. I understand that. I'm just saying, I think there's other ones. Like, I just want to see if you're going to slip up and you're going to have somebody of her caliber, which she's obviously got the look, she's got charisma. I don't think you want that as her finishing move. Then I think change it, do something else.
No, it's a dope finishing move.
It is, but if you're going to slip up all the time and it looks half-ass, I would rather see a really good, like, every time finisher rather than it's sometimes.
Give her like a secondary finisher and then like Razor's Edge her with the Soul Snatcher. If she's gonna use the Soul Snatcher, she's winning the match.
He's strong as hell. I feel like she can come up with another move.
I just need power.
I mean, that's a fair thing. I like that.
She actually, I mean, that's kind of like her bread and butter, though. Like that move has put her over essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, so she definitely has to keep it, and she hits it more times than not. So it just looked bad when she debuted on, with Becky, and she just missed it so badly. But I think the match is. I think the match itself is going to be good. I don't think she'll win the title, at least not yet. I think it's close, but I don't know. I just think it'd be too soon. You just had her lose every match so far, and you would just think, well, she's going to win the title then,
I don't want her to win, but I understand if she doesn't win.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a case for her getting the title and keeping the feud going, but I think the feud could still go anyways. Or maybe someone attacks Soul and cost her the match, and then she's in a feud that's not with Becky for the title, and they go back with that.
Do we go to Australia anytime this year?
Well, listen, I think Soul actually wins, and here's why. Because if we're talking about people who are taking breaks, Becky's been going for a minute now, and she's got her kid on the road with her, and Seth is back, and so I wouldn't be surprised to see Soul win here for the simple fact that Becky needs a break. And so you end this, you have somebody come in right after this, whoever you want, I don't care. But I think Becky may be due for some time off here. Don't be surprised if Soul takes this.
Yeah. Where are we going? We got 3 minutes left, Joe.
There's one more match.
I mean, there's a fodder match, and it's the 6-women tag team match: Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill, B Fab, and
versus DJ.
We don't. No one gives a fuck match.
Rhea's team's gonna win.
I don't care about the match. That match is the literal definition of Saturday Night
Jay not on this. Is Jacob and Jay not on this? I thought I saw something that they were.
No, that's Clash in Italy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
The tribal combat is Clash in Italy. Jacob Roman tribal combat.
No, I know, but I thought I saw that Jay and Jacob were going to go at Saturday night's main event.
I think it might be on Raw.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, yeah.
I thought I saw that, but yeah, I'm more interested in AEW than Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, for sure.
For this aspect, yes. besides Stadium Stampede, realistically, that's the only one I
I
really
mean,
don't think.
I mean, since I mean, this is the best part about wrestling. It's 7 days a week on a pay-per-view weekend because you got Monday Night Raw, Tuesday night NXT, Wednesday night Dynamite, Thursday night TNA, Friday night SmackDown. You got Saturday night's main event. You got Sunday night fucking Double or Nothing. But you have Thursday night when we air this, or Wednesday, depending on when Surfer wants to drop it, Gorilla Booking. And that is all we got this week. Folks, we have Server Era 405, the Master DJ, our special guest here, Big Mike, the real problem. The real problem. Anybody knows who I'm talking about. That's the truth. And if you go by his name, you can fuck off. Have a good night, folks.
Joe, I love you, brothers, for that one.